Hi, everybody. My name is Kerrie Bodendorf, and I'm here with another edition of the Melt Insider. Today, I am speaking with Diane Hennigan. Welcome, Diane.
Thank you. Thank you. Good to be here.
Great to have you. So, Diane, tell me where you live and how you first learned about the Melt method.
Okay, sure. I live just north of Houston, Texas, in the Woodlands. Um, I had been at a training for Pilates, and we were talking about fascia, of course, and the instructor had mentioned that if we were interested in getting more information, we should look at the Melt method, and she mentioned the creator Sue Hitzman. So that kind of led me to investigating that. I did a workshop first by an instructor here in the Houston area. And I thought, wow, this is something that would really benefit my clients. So that kind of led further onto me investigating training and kind of my Melt journey there. But it was what really enticed me was the fact that my Pilates clients were always complaining a bit about being very stiff. They couldn't move, their hamstrings are tight, their back is tight. And honestly, after I've been teaching Pilates since 2000, so quite a few years, and just really thought there has to be something I can do to really help them. I mean, we stretch, we do other things. So I really, after going through my own training, I thought this is something that will really benefit the Pilates techniques, the things that we're doing in Pilates, the stretching, the core strength. I just felt like there's such a good relationship between Melt and Pilates. When we do the rebalance sequence, just lying on the roller, just getting that body awareness, I think the feedback of the roller helps people feel what their spine is doing and the differences between different pelvic hip positions, which is, very important in Pilates. And also just body awareness. I think many times people don't have a sense of, what they're doing, and just the feedback of just accessing your nervous system, and that connection really helps people.
Yeah. And I've heard so much from yoga instructors, Pilates instructors, people that teach all different kinds of modalities, that when they add Melt to their classes, it just enhances their classes and makes them so much more effective. People feel better, their changes last longer. I don't think I know a Pilates instructor who has also gone through the Melt training that doesn't incorporate Melt with most, if not all, of their Pilates classes.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I just tell people now, okay, I'm giving you the tools to make the changes that you need to make. Yeah. Don't be telling me about how stiff and how, all my feet hurt. It's like, come on.
Right.
Now
you have the tools. And the tools are awesome because they are soft. We have a nice soft roller. We don't cause pain to get out of pain. And people say, oh, I have a foam roller, I'll just use that. And our foam roller is just far superior to any firm roller that is on the market, because we want to hydrate connective tissue with a really soft touch. So we use soft tools, hands and feet, and on the spine and the rest of the body. So Diane, tell me, has the Melt method helped you with any specific pain issues in your body?
Absolutely. So I had a hip replacement in 2003, and had really struggled for many years as far as the chronic pain in my hips, and just having to compensate to do everything. Yeah. So it had been probably 6 months after I had my hip replacement. I had just started Melt, and just saw like a tremendous change as far as getting my range of motion back, getting my alignment back, so that I was using the right muscles. I also have scoliosis, so I don't have any back pain at all since I've started Melt. And also, I had a really bad biking accident 2 years ago and broke 4 bones and had 2 surgeries on my ankle. I had a compound fracture. And the amazing thing was I was still teaching my Melt classes. Of course, I was sitting in a chair and I'd get on the floor, but we would do the foot treatment and people could actually see the change in, you know, the tissue of my ankle.
Wow.
You know, the coloration of it. And I wouldn't even say anything and they would just say, oh my goodness, your ankle looks so different now.
Wow.
So it definitely helps recovery after injuries, post-surgery. I mean, I am living proof of that. There's no, you know, even my surgeon, I asked him, I was so worried about, I need to get back 100%, you know, based on what I do, being a Pilates instructor and Melt instructor, you know, I got to be able to move. And, oh, well, you know, he was very hesitant to tell me, well, you might get back maybe 90%, but I really feel like I am like 99.9%. So, you know, yeah, it's awesome.
It is awesome. Wow. So in some cases, Melt can even help people avoid surgery in some cases.
Yes.
Sometimes
absolutely.
People are a little too far gone. You're bone on bone. All right. You're not going to regrow that tissue there. You might create a little bit of cushion when you Melt. You might be able to push the surgery back. Some people do need to have surgeries. They do need to have replacements and other surgeries, obviously. But what I've heard from surgeons is if you Melt pretty consistently before your surgery, you actually prepare your tissue. The surgeons get in there and they actually comment on how hydrated and easy it is to work with the tissue that's in there. And once they sew you back up, you can start melting right in your hospital bed. I usually say, get your ball out, start melting your hands. You can start that healing process, and the healing is actually much quicker.
Yes, that is great. Yeah, no, absolutely. And yeah, and I always tell, I've had people that, I had somebody that just recently had some major foot surgery and taught her all the, you know, the foot treatment and said that, you know, this is going to help you recover faster, like you've just pointed out. And it's made a difference for her. And every time I see her and her foot's all swollen, I'm like, you didn't do your Melt. Come on, let's get going. She's like, I know. And I feel so much better afterwards. So that's absolutely a good point.
Well, I always love to tell my clients when they say, oh, right, I forgot about my ball. My ball was in my purse, or my ball was here, or I don't know where my roller is. I'll say, well, do you know where your toothbrush is? Because it's the same kind of concept, right? You don't brush your teeth on Monday and expect them to still be clean on Friday. You've got to go in a little bit every day, do a little Melt.
I'm going to use that. That's a good one, because I never have the comebacks for them, you know? Yes. So that's a good one.
Yes. So. Well, you know, if you think about it, when we're little, we're taught how to brush our hair and how to wash our bodies and how to brush our teeth. But we never really knew how to take care of our connective tissue until now. And we have such stressed out lives. It's such a great tool to have in our toolbox to get rid of the stuck stress in our bodies.
Indeed. Indeed.
So, Diane, do you teach Melt classes?
I do. Since COVID, I've been teaching online. So I do have 2 classes a week in the mornings. I also I incorporate it into my Pilates sessions. I teach private classes, duets, and also I have group classes. So pretty much, you know, incorporate those into classes. Sometimes my clients will come in and they just want to do a Melt session too. Yeah. So, yeah.
Awesome. So you get to tailor right to your clients' desires. That is awesome.
Yes, I like to do that.
Great. Yeah. So we're going to put all of I just interviewed Diane, contact information in the comment section of this video. And if you would like to tell me your melt story, I'll also put my contact information there as well. Diane, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you, Kerrie.
It's a pleasure
It's a
speaking
pleasure.
with you. Happy melting, everybody.
Bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.